Hello. Well, today we're going to make, when I say we, I mean me, some peppermint tartlets. What I like about these and some of the things I make is you can freeze these for months. So it's well ahead of Christmas, so I'm going to freeze these when I'm done. But what you're going to do is make the little tartlets, and then you're going to make the filling for them. Let me show you what I have here. First, it makes 30 tartlets. So I've taken this pan plus another one, and you grease just the bottom with some shortening. My oven is set at 350, and for the tart shells I have here 1/2 cup sugar, 1/2 cup butter softened, 1/2 teaspoon peppermint extract, that's right there, 1 egg, 1½ cups of flour, right there, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon salt, which are both in here. Now for the filling, you're going to need 2 cups of powdered sugar, 3 tablespoons of butter, 2 to 3 drops of red food color, 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk, and then you also need 1/2 cup of crushed hardened peppermint candies. I buy a bag that has them already. So this is 1/4 cup, and I've divided them up. Now, let me explain this. First we make the tart shells. We're going to mix this together, put them in the mini muffin pans, and bake them. Then we're going to make the filling. In the filling you're going to put some of the peppermint candies, but you're also going to top them with peppermint candies. You'll see when we get going. Let's start on those tart shells. The first thing I'm going to do is beat the sugar with the softened butter. And you want to get that so it's nice and fluffy. See, that's not nice and fluffy. It's still kind of chunky, so I'm going to keep going. See, this is nice and fluffy now. It's not lumpy. So now I'm going to add the peppermint extract and the egg. You don't need a lot of peppermint extract. Believe me, I spilled a drop on the counter. The whole house smells like peppermint extract. We're going to beat this until it's all mixed together. Now I'm going to add the flour, the baking soda, and the salt. I have both in here, the baking soda and the salt. You know, I like this mixer, but low is not really very low. So I'm going to try to do this without getting stuff everywhere. So this may look to you like it's not right, see this? But it is. You're going to see how that's just going to form together? I'm going to finish this like this, put it into a ball. And then I'm going to divide it into 30 pieces. You really have to finish this with your hands because your mixer couldn't handle this. Very thick. There. Okay, I've divided out the dough. I have 8 more in the other pan. Now this is what you're going to do. You're going to take each little ball, push it down, and make a side. See that? That's going to be your tart shell. Right there. Try to get it all the way up if you can. See that? Just kind of work with it. I'm going to finish with the rest. For 9 to 12 minutes. You want it until they're set and the edges are a light golden brown. Let's put these in the oven. At this stage, you're done with the oven, but I'm just going to kind of poke the centers down a little bit more. See, the edges are light brown. Some of them kind of rose a bit, the centers. So I'm just kind of poking it down. Now, I leave these in the pan for a minute, then I put them on the rack and let them cool for 15 minutes. Let me finish. They come out quite nicely. I'm not going to dump it over, but I just use my knife and just give them a little poke. The thing about these tart shells is that you can fill them with whatever you want. Fruit, chocolate. We're just doing a peppermint one today. I want you to see that these are lightly tanned on the edges. See that? And that's what you want. You don't want to overcook, you don't want to undercook, you want them tanned on the edges. See that? These have 15 minutes to cool. While those are cooling, I'm going to make the filling. And that's the peppermint part. So I have my powdered sugar, my milk, softened butter, my peppermint candies, and some red food coloring. First, I'm going to combine the powdered sugar, the butter, a few drops of red food coloring. I suppose you can make it however red you want it. We'll try that. And then some milk. This is the tricky part. I'm not going to use it all at first. I want to show you. I've used probably half of the milk. I still need more. See, it's not like a nice frosting or filling. So I'm going to add a little more, but you add that by increments. And you can make this as pink as you want. Let me add a little more. Okay, it's still very thick, so I'm going to add a little more. Let me tell you, it can go to runny real fast. That's why I'm doing that. This is going to need all of the milk. Now this is the color red I want. See, it's a nice creamy. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of the peppermint candies that are crushed. Then, when my tartlets are cooled enough, I'll put this in and we'll sprinkle some more on top. You could add a few more if you want. There. We're just going to wait now until the tartlets are cooled. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Let's load these up. Now the filling we're putting in here is basically the recipe I use to make a frosting. When I make a frosting, it's thinner than this, so you can spread it. This is a lot thicker, and that's because it's a filling. I'm going to put some filling in. And then what I will do eventually is I'm going to take more of the peppermint pieces and I'll just kind of dab them in there so they stay. And there's a tartlet. See that? That one's a little brown on the edge, but there you go. You take some of the filling. This does not need to be baked again. It's all done. You put some more of this on top, the peppermint pieces. I buy mine already chopped up. Okay. See that? Now, so I come out even, I'm going to fill them all and then I'm going to spread the peppermint pieces. Let me finish this job. Now I even measured it out for you. I have this little iced teaspoon and it worked perfect. It's not quite a tablespoon, I would say. This was heaping for each one and there was no frosting left, for which I am eternally grateful because I would sit with a spoon and eat it. I love peppermint. Okay, now we're going to add some more sprinkles. And like I said, put them in the freezer for 3 months, up to 3 months. I'm going to freeze mine and then vacuum seal them. They'll last even longer that way, especially since we have a manual defrost freezer. Thing doesn't get freezer burn like it does. See, this is pretty easy. I think the kids would enjoy helping you with this. Just too much fun. Peppermint tarts. Easy. Have the kids do it. I think they'd enjoy doing this recipe. Till the next time, bye-bye.